Hi, welcome back. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a soft glam makeup look. This is a makeup look that I turn to pretty often, especially when I kind of don't know what direction to go with my makeup because it's something that can be dressed up or dressed down. It's kind of right in the middle, but it always looks really good and it's perfect for any occasion that you might have to go to. So let's get into it. Starting off with complexion, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I like to use this product or something similar when I do this look because it's just perfect on the skin and it looks very natural but also glowy at the same time. So you are getting coverage but your face is looking very hydrated and healthy. So I just put that all over my face. And then I'm taking this Hiiii beauty brush. I'm just blending that out. And as you can see, my face just instantly starts glowing. This product is amazing. I use it all the time, but every time I just love how it makes my complexion look. For my under eyes today, I'm first going in with the Palladio Under Eye Brightener. So I'm taking that on my finger and I'm just going to place that under my under eyes. And then I do kind of like to blend it out with my finger just a little bit. I really feel like this blends best with my finger. And I do put some on my eyelid too. But then to finish blending, I'm going to go in with this little concealer brush and just finish that out. Right away after that, I am taking my concealer, which is the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I'm using that on my under eyes. And just a few other areas around my face. I'm taking that exact same concealer brush and I'm just going to start blending that out. To brighten up my face and bring some color back, I am now going to go in with some cream bronzer, and I'm using this one from Hiiii, which is the Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer. And this is the shade of Light Bronze. That's what it looks like, and I'm using the e.l.f. Duo Complexion Brush, dipping into that, and just going to put that all over my face where I usually put cream bronzer. I'm also bringing that down on my chin to chisel out my face and make me look more snatched. And then I'm also putting some on my eyelid as well because this is really going to be the base to my really soft eye look. So I'm just putting that on the eye and then really buffing it out towards my temple to give it that lifted look on the outer edge. Then I'm taking the small side and I'm going to contour my nose and then into the inner corner of my eye, right below my eyebrow, right in this area. Now onto blush. I'm using a favorite of mine from Rare Beauty, which is just the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush, but this is in the shade Worth. And this is one of my favorite fall blushes. It's this really pretty, like darker shade of pink. Really don't know how to describe it, but that's what it looks like. I just feel like it's a very fall color and I really like how it looks on my skin. So I'm going to take that and just put a small amount on my cheeks. And then I am going to blend that out just using my normal blush brush, and I'm going to start working that all over my face. This is a lot, so I kind of used a little too much, but I'm just going to keep blending until I don't look crazy. So bear with me. I'm going to take a little bit off this side, and hopefully that's a little bit better, but I'm just going to blend this until I don't look crazy. So give me a second. Alright, I did go a little bit heavy on the blush, but that's okay. It still looks cute, and I'm just going to roll with it. So now, since I'm done with all the cream products, I am going to set my under eyes. I'm just using this Milk powder, loose setting powder. And I'm going to go in with this little puff right here. And just put like that much on there, and I'm going to start setting my under eyes. Don't usually dip back into the powder, but I just kind of set my under eyes and then my T-zone and around my mouth just to make it as smooth as possible. Now moving on to the eyes, I am going into my eyebrows with the e.l.f. Instant Brow Lift Pencil, and I'm just going to lightly fill those in. Really just hitting the bare spots, nothing too crazy. And then following that, I go right in with brow gel from using NYX the Brow Glue. And I just run that through my eyebrows to kind of fluff them up a little bit. I forgot one last complexion step, and it's highlighter. So I am using the Fenty Beauty highlighter today in the shades Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. And that's what it looks like. It's the duo highlighters or whatever they're called. Freestyle Highlighter Duo. Going in with this highlighter brush, I'm just going to kind of mix the two, going more heavy with this one, not as much with that really shimmery one. And I'm just going to put that all over my cheeks. I do want to look pretty glowy, but I want it to be natural. I'm just putting it on the very high points of my face. There's something happening down the road from my house, and it's so loud. I don't know if you can hear the fans cheering in the background and like the announcer, but I can hear it, and it's bugging me. I have no idea what they're doing on a Sunday, but whatever. Anyway, for my eyes, I'm using two products only. My base for my eyes, aside from the bronzer, is going to be the cream bronzer, is going to be this powder bronzer, this matte powder bronzer from Essence. And I'm just taking that and putting that all over my lid, just really lightly buffing that all over, just to give my eyes some depth. And then add to that cream bronzer that we already put on it. So just very lightly putting this all over my eye. Alright, next is the eyeliner, and I'm doing brown eyeliner with an eyeshadow. So I'm taking this one right here, the one I always use, which is from e.l.f. in this little bite-sized palette. And then I'm taking this small angled brush, and I'm going to start applying the brown eyeshadow, but what I'm going to do is buff it out. So it's going to be more of like a smoked out wing. It's not going to be like a very precise wing. So I'm starting to layer that on and just pull it out. And I'm actually going like halfway down my lash line with this because I'm going to blend that all out. I guess it's almost on my full lash line. Anyway, I'm going to do that on both sides. Alright, and then once I have that on, I'm going to take this fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend all of that out. so that it just kind of looks smoked out all along my lash line. Sometimes I add a little bit more to the end, and I just kind of smudge it out with my finger like that. Kind of like that. So it's not precise at all, but it still gives my eyes that more like lifted effect, and it adds some depth to the eye look as well, so that it doesn't all look one color, and then the outer corner is a little bit darker, so that kind of brings it all together. And then last step for the eyes, of course, is mascara. So I'm going to curl my lashes really quick. And then to match with this whole brown look that I'm going for, I am going to go in with a brown mascara, and I'm using this one by Essence. It's the Lash Princess in brown. And I'm just going to coat my lashes with that. And I do like my lashes to look pretty long, so I do kind of go heavy-handed with the mascara. I really like this mascara, but I always manage to get it all over my eye, so just be kind of careful. I will take it off once it dries, but I don't want it to smudge, so I'm just going to leave it until later. I don't know if it's me or if this wand is just really big, but I always get it all over my eyelids and it drives me nuts. But it is a really good mascara, so I just try to ignore it. Last up we have lips, and I'm going in with a very subtle nude lip. So for that today we have the LA Girl Precision Lip Liner in the shade Bear. That's what that looks like. It's just a really light nude. And then I'm using the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline, and that's what that looks like. So I'm going to start by outlining my lips first. And then I do fill my lips in a little bit with the lip liner. And I just kind of smudge it around. And now I'm going to go in with the gloss. This is perfect because it's pigmented but also glossy, so you don't have to go in with like a lipstick and then a gloss over it. This is kind of like both of those things in one. So it's super nice. Okay, that completes this soft glam makeup look. Like I said in the beginning, this is like a staple makeup look that I always turn to, especially when I'm struggling for inspiration on what to do, because you can make this a very casual makeup look, but you can also make it a very like dressed up makeup look if you want. So it can be perfect for either, and it just never fails me. So I always go back to this. It's like my perfect soft glam makeup that I have loved forever. So I really hope that you enjoyed. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!